Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm here with my mountain of dishes and my broken kitchen cupboard because we keep it real. Now, keeping a promise that I made to recreate some of the HelloFresh dinners. Now, of course, we got a HelloFresh box for a few nights and it was absolutely brilliant, but more expensive than what we can afford. So, the first dinner that I made was this one. The Asian sweet chili glazed pork tacos. The HelloFresh version, it was beautiful. I mean, yummy, absolutely gourmet stuff. The only real problem with it was a nice light dinner. Unlike all the other HelloFresh dinners, it wasn't really filling. We immediately said this would go great with my wraps. Now, I have previously made my wraps on another video before, and I'll put a link down below to my wraps recipe. But unlike normal just flour tortilla type tacos, these wraps are really filling. They really turn something into a substantial dinner. So I'm going to use my wraps, and I'm also going to adjust the recipe a wee bit. So you'll just see me in very fast motion making some wraps. Now I've made a mess. I've got flour all over the bench and all over myself. That's how you know I mean business.
And me.
And all over Aston. So I am going to, we've got our wraps there. I just wrap them up in a towel. Wrap the wraps in a towel, just to keep them nice and soft and warm. I'm just putting an onion in my wondrous Kmart onion slicer because we want an onion diced really nice and fine. This is something that's veering away from the HelloFresh thing. I'm supplementing the pork mince. So, just going to use the same frying pan as I used with the wraps. I'm going to pop that smooshed up onion in there. The reason I'm actually recreating this recipe now is because pork mince was on special the other week. So it was on special for $9.95 a kilo. So I struck. I got some pork mince. So I'm using about 400 grams of pork mince. So I'm going to add that in with the onion. Once that pork mince is nicely starting to brown off, I'm going to go in with a can of lentils. This is brown lentils. Now, of course, you can just get them dried and soak them yourself, but I am never that organised. It's just handy to have a can of lentils in the pantry. So I'm going to drain those and throw them in with the pork. Just to recreate the sauce that they used, they gave me a 100 gram packet of sweet chili sauce. So I just went down to my local Fresh Choice and picked up some of that. Now they also gave me some oyster sauce, but I couldn't find oyster sauce at the supermarket, so I've got some fish sauce, which is, you know, similar. So oyster sauce, it was 100 grams of that. And also about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And a couple of teaspoons of crushed garlic. Crushed garlic. Not a crushed garlic. Okay, this will be more like a teaspoon in a bit. Chuck that sauce sauce in there. Yeah. It's yummy. That is yummy. I just had a taste. It's tasting awesome. Just going to turn the heat off there. Put a lid on it. Make the coleslaw. Then we'll be golden. So, coleslaw. First of all, obviously, chop the cabbage, nice thin strips. Sort of chop that up as well. If you want to reduce the costs further, you can use a normal onion instead of a red onion, but I did have to go down to my local Fresh Choice supermarket today, and there was a lovely red onion, and I don't know why it's called red onion because it really is very purple. But you know.
Maybe the first time named it was colourblind.
That's a valid theory. Chop this up. Nice and so I like to give it a couple of chops that way as well. Add a bit of carrot into here. Now, when it comes to the coleslaw dressing, the HelloFresh recipe used garlic aioli. It was very yummy. However, you're going to use a mixture. Put a few dollops of good old Pan's Classic mayonnaise in, and a few dollops of my homemade Greek yoghurt. That's better than store-bought coleslaw. The finishing touch element, and this is something that I don't normally go with fruit and savoury stuff. You know, I am not a fan of apricot chicken or ham and pineapple. I just don't go there. However, the HelloFresh recipe, it gave me some pears to chop up with instructions to chop up the pears and put them in these tacos. So I did as I was told. Sometimes I do that, despite what Clint says. Oh boy, it was so nice. It was so nice. I was amazed. So I'm going to do that. Just going to get a couple of pears. Slice them into nice little strips. Just going to bring up Clint, see how far away he is. So he's only 10 minutes away, I'll put dinner off. But if he's like half an hour away, tut, we're eating it now. I'll tell him you said hi.
Let's just get some crumpets. Yummy! When you hit it,
that is so good. Try it, people. Talking to the people.
This is good stuff. It tastes nice, and the size, the portion is correct for my size because that is not small.
Little taco thingy.
It's not a small taco, it's a man-sized taco.
It's a wrap. There we
It
go.